College basketball on ESPN Plus. After a disappointing loss to Pitt, head coach Darren DeVries and the Mountaineers return to Morgantown tonight. They take on Iona, a team that's coming off its first victory of the season. We welcome you courtside here at the WVU Coliseum. Nick Farrell here alongside our Hall of Famer Warren Baker. Bake, what are you looking for tonight as the Mountaineers try to bounce back from that backyard brawl setback?
Well, they have to get off to a better start. Pitt had them out of sorts from the very tip of the game, and West Virginia never found any rhythm the entire night.
Not going to be easy tonight against an Iona team that plays an up-tempo pressure style of basketball led by Day-Day Reeves, a senior who was preseason All-MAC first team.
He is a jet up and down the court. West Virginia has to get in front of him and slow him down.
Meanwhile, one of the stories for West Virginia against Pitt is that the two leading scorers, Tucker DeVries and Javon Small, just didn't really get going. Coach DeVries still looking for that third true scorer, and right now, it's been a true freshman, Jonathan Powell.
Well, Jonathan Powell has come in with a lot of confidence. You see him shooting in practice. He thinks they're all going to go in, and that's the way he's been playing.
Powell averaging 12 points per game. What about KJ Tenor, another true freshman, averaging 7 per game?
Well, the thing about it is KJ Tenor does not play like a freshman. He's always poised. Nothing seems to bother that young kid. He's really a good player at this early stage.
Visiting Gales were picked to finish third in the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference, led by Tobin Anderson, the second-year head coach of the Gales. You know him well, I'm sure. One season at FDU, upsetting #1 Purdue in the NCAA tournament, becoming just the second team as a 16 seed to take down a 1. Our referees tonight, Kip Kissinger, Brooke Wells, and Brett Smith. Time to tip it off at the Coliseum. Iona wins the opening tip all the way to the baseline, and here we go. Here's DeJour Reeves running the point for the Gales on their first possession. It's around to Biggie Patterson and Mundi, and Clarence Rupert now back to James Biggie Patterson. He'll try a three. Misses everything. West Virginia ball.
Well, good defensive stop for West Virginia. West Virginia needs to come down. I'd like to see everybody touch the ball first time down court.
Same starting lineup for WVU as it's been in each of the first 3 games this season. Toby Okani, Javon Small, Sincere Harris, Tucker DeVries, and Amani Hansberry. Okani tries to put it through, but there's a lid on the hoop. Here comes Iona quickly. Adam Jai driving baseline. Good deflection by Okani. Steal Javon Small. Here's DeVries in the corner. Okani back to Small with Harris and Hansberry. The Illinois transfers on the floor too. Good passing from WVU here. Hansberry with the left, no good. Gales secure the rebound after a bit of a commotion there.
Hansberry not high enough on the glass.
Here's Clarence Rupert.
Both teams starting in man-to-man.
Adam Jai now the freshman from the Bronx. To the corner, Reeves, too strong. DeVries gets the board, and there's a foul on the rebound.
Well, it's important that West Virginia does block off. This team really crashes the boards.
First foul is on Yafet Mundi, the junior from Paris, France. And you're exactly right, Bake. This team plus 24 in the rebounding margin in that 62-59 win over Vermont. The offensive rebounding margin was 19-1.
In their last 2 games, they've out-rebounded the opponents 103-60.
DeVries, an open look at a 3, too strong. We're still scoreless in the first 2 minutes of this ball game.
Good look for DeVries. He just couldn't knock that one down.
Patterson, Jai, Reeves, Rupert, and Mundi, the 5 on the floor for the visiting Gales. 1 and 3 overall. Turnover, Iona, West Virginia ball.
Iona will play man-to-man 90% of the game tonight. It's very rare to see them go in the zone, but they're going to play man-to-man, and when they score, they're going to come with full court heat.
Iona coming off a 3-point win over Vermont. Pitt coming off a big loss. West Virginia coming off a big loss to Pitt, I should say, as Small puts it up. Still nobody has scored. Here's DeVries, another 3. That one's good.
Tucker DeVries did not get any looks like that at all at Pitt.
On the other end, Patterson is fouled.
Iona is a very aggressive team going to the boards. And one of the things you'll notice about Iona in offense, they will be outside. They'll have 5 guys outside the perimeter sometime trying to attack. They're going to spread West Virginia out and attack some, and then continue to pound the boards. That's where we talked about them making their money by hitting the boards.
James Patterson at the line.
First free throw from the junior Patterson. He'll take 2 on his first trip to the line. 50% shooter through 3 games this season. First one is good, and the Gales are on the board. All right, Bake, hit me with your keys for Coach DeVries and the Mountaineers.
Well, better shot selection, and that was because West Virginia's movement at Pitt was bad, and they need to treasure the ball. Because this team is going to press, you got to take care of the basketball.
Second free throw is good from Patterson. It's 3-2 with 17:42 to go in the first half. Bake, you mentioned the slow start for West Virginia against the Panthers. Tucker DeVries had just 6 points in that ball game on 2 of 10 shooting. He's got the first basket for West Virginia in tonight's game.
And you could see the heat that was applied by Iona after that make. You're going to see that all evening.
8 to shoot. Hansberry has it at the elbow, gives it to DeVries, and another whistle.
Boy, cheap foul on Reeves. That's the kind that they don't want to see him pick up.
Shot clock resets to 20. Big Coach DeVries was adamant this week that the shot selection needs to be better, but also the movement on offense, physical movement and ball movement.
The lack of ball movement and physical movement led to those bad shots.
Open look for Okani, who jams it home. Toby Okani, the 6'8" 50-er, makes it 5-2 Mountaineers.
Excellent execution on the baseline out of bounds.
Here's Adam Jai. Fakes it to Patterson, gives it to Reeves. Now Patterson.
They have 5 out right now, all 5 of their guys outside the perimeter.
Good trapping D by West Virginia. DeVries swoops in for the double. Here's Harris. Great drive by Sincere Harris.
That's what Sincere can do very well. His outside shot hadn't come around, but he can attack the glass.
Komea Mobor checked in a moment ago for Iona, replacing Yafet Mundi. Here he is on the long rebound. Iona top 5 in the nation in offensive rebounding through the first couple of weeks of the season. Patterson's 3 is in. And a technical foul.
Don't know what Patterson did, but evidently the officials did not like it.
Patterson has all of Iona's points. We'll see the replay here. It'll show us, Bake.
Yeah.
Technical foul whistle.
Wow.
0. James Patterson.
He gestured to the crowd, but I think maybe he said something in conjunction with that. I've seen guys kind of look at the crowd before, but now if you're players on both teams, you've got to take note that there was a technical call for something like that, so you've got to tone yourself back.
DeVries made the first. Second is good. 81% free throw shooter in his 4-year collegiate career. 2-time Larry Bird MVC Player of the Year. Off to a better start tonight than he was against Pitt. He's got 5 points in the first 3.5 minutes. He only had 6 points in Oakland a couple of nights ago.
West Virginia's been working against this press in practice the last few days, and they said they knew it was going to be tough.
Mountaineers haven't seen too much full court press, maybe a little bit against UMass late in that game, which got close. Mountaineers nearly gave up a double-digit lead. Coach DeVries wasn't necessarily happy with how his team handled that press, so it's been a focus. Too strong from Tucker DeVries. Rebound Iona. Kernan Bundy also into the game. Reeves, full head of steam, rejected by Okani. Mountaineers pushing tempo. Small in the corner. Almost got the roll. Hansberry puts it back.
Boy, Hansberry read that perfectly and followed it in.
Mountaineers by 6 early in the first half. JoJo Wallace also in the game for the Gales. And here's Bundy. Mountaineers playing solid defense so far in this game. Amobor against DeVries. Good deflection by Tucker DeVries. It'll be Iona ball after this timeout. West Virginia leads Iona 11-5 early in the first half, behind 5. Iona Gales visiting the Coliseum for the first time in their history. This is the first meeting between West Virginia and Iona. Team that's 1-3 to start the season, but is coming off a win against Vermont. Picked to finish third in the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference. And by the way, if you're wondering what a Gale is, their mascot, it's anyone of Irish Gaelic ancestry, consistent with the Irish tradition of Iona, typically depicted as a spunky character, Bake.
I understand that. Yeah, I had to look that up. Actually, my wife looked it up for me last night, so I knew exactly what it was.
The more you know, Bake.
Right now, Iona's 1-3. They could very easily be 3-1. They lost a 1-point game at Princeton when Princeton hit a couple free throws at the end, and they were up in their second game and with a minute and a half to go and turned the ball over and had to foul. So, they could very easily be 3-1 instead of 1-3.
First action for Jonathan Powell, the true freshman who's West Virginia's third leading scorer with 12.3 points per game. Mundi is back in and scores as the shot clock was winding down. 11-7 the score. West Virginia facing this Iona press started the game 0 for 5, but has made 4 of its last 6 field goal attempts to lead this ball game. Small is West Virginia's second leading scorer. DeVries is the team's leading scorer. This time it's Buck Harris to the cup again. He's got 4 points.
Boy, what a quick move by Buck.
This is JoJo Wallace against Powell. Now it's around to Mobor. Good defending again by West Virginia. They've used that double a couple of times. Powell to the rack.
Yeah.
Jonathan Powell from Tucker DeVries.
Well, Bake, when you face a team that likes to press you, it helps when you can get live ball turnovers and run it out.
That's exactly right.
Eduardo Andre, first action for him, grabbing the rebound against this really talented rebounding squad in Iona. Another trigger from Powell. Good. He is hot.
Jonathan Powell.
One of my personal notes was Iona very close, very slow in closing out on shoots.
West Virginia leads by double digits, largest lead of the game, and it started with a run out from Tucker DeVries to Jonathan Powell. It's a 7-0 West Virginia run, and Powell has contributed 5 points in that run, including a corner 3. He's a 40% three-point shooter through the first 3+ games of the season. He's had at least 10 in every game so far, including 16 against Pitt, 6 of 12 shooting in a really hostile environment. This is a kid who's got a lot of confidence and has been really ready to go from the start.
Yeah, very bright. They're one of the few bright spots against Pitt, but you see him in practice. I talk to him every day. He says, if I miss the first one, I know the next one's going to go down. And that's the type of confidence that he has.
Really great attitude, Bake. 6'6" freshman from Dayton, Ohio. A great pickup in recruiting for new West Virginia head coach Darren DeVries, who essentially has had to build this roster from scratch. And so has Tobin Anderson. A really interesting fact about this game, Bake, is that there's 9 Division I schools who have received 0 minutes and 0 points from players on last year's roster.
Yeah.
West Virginia and Iona are 2 of those teams. And they're squaring off tonight with the Gales trailing the Mountaineers by double digits early in the first half. West Virginia on a 7-0 run with 14 minutes to go in the opening period. James Patterson is trapped. Kicks it to Rupert. Back to Patterson, who drives the lane, but he traveled.
Yep. Took about 3 steps. West Virginia defense right now, very stifling.
Mountaineers again facing the press. Another true freshman, KJ Tenor, into the ball game for his first minutes. Andre Small, Tenor, Tucker DeVries, and Powell, the 5 on the floor for the guys in goal. Good pass on a baseline cut. Small kicks to Tenor, around to DeVries. Power dribble from DeVries as he works his way in. Andre with 5 to shoot. Gives it to Small, has to pull the trigger. Off the glass, rebound Andre. Kick to Powell. Can he go 2 in a row from 3? Yes!
Nice job. Give Andre the assist on that play.
Terrific work by Andre to keep possession alive. Rebounding has been an issue for WVU. Good entry pass from Jai to Rupert down low for his first bucket.
You can tell that. You see why Jai was a 4-star recruit out of the Bronx.
Scored 19 points in his first collegiate game against Princeton. DeVries from way downtown.
If Iona continues to be that slow getting out on shooters, they're going to have a long night.
Mountaineers have made 6 of their last 7 field goal attempts. It's a 13-2 run for the old gold and blue, up by 15. Jai against Tenor, kicks to Bundy. Baseline drive, more defensive pressure from WVU. Jai to Rupert. Good.
Tell you what, Jai did a great job of setting Rupert up just now. Tell you, 2 good freshmen going at each other there.
Second three-pointer for the Gales, who trail by a dozen early in the first half. DeVries to Andre, can't connect. Around to Powell, heat check, he's on fire!
Jonathan Powell for 3.
Double digits for the 4th game in a row for the true freshman from Dayton, Ohio, Jonathan Powell. And a whistle for a foul on the baseline. West Virginia dominating in the early goings. Jonathan Powell, the true freshman, 3 threes in a row, give him 11 points for number 11 for West Virginia. Coach DeVries is searching for a 3rd reliable scorer for the Mountaineers. Maybe it's the true freshman, Jonathan Powell.
I don't think you have to look any further. Yes, that young man is special.
West Virginia has made 5 three-pointers in the first half. Powell has provided 3 of them. He's leading the way for WVU with a game-high 11 points, which, by the way, is 5 away from his collegiate career high, which was set Friday night at Pitt, 16 points. Quick inbound, quick shot, and a second chance here for the Gales, and a foul. KJ Tenor picked up his first personal just before that timeout. This one's on Joseph Yesufu, who just entered the game.
Yeah, he came in during the timeout.
Been a quiet night so far for Day-Day Reeves, has not scored. Trigger from Jai, long 2 is good. Adam Jai's first bucket.
Jai's a good-looking freshman. These 2 freshmen going head-to-head now.
Yeah, in fact, Jake, he's one of the highest-rated high school recruits in Iona history. Powell is human. That's his first miss from beyond the arc.
Yeah, JP rushed that one a little bit.
Against Tenor, Jai tries again. Can't get it to go. Quick passing here from WVU. Tenor baseline, trying to find Yesufu, turned it over. That's Luke Jungers, his first 3, and head coach Darren DeVries wants a timeout.
Timeout.
Back to a single-digit deficit for the first time in a while. West Virginia up by 9 on Iona.
Yeah, 2 good possessions and a good look. West Virginia slow closing out on the shooter that time.
Jungers, native of Omaha, Nebraska, and a transfer from Omaha, one of 5 Division I transfers on head coach Tobin Anderson's roster. 16 newcomers for Iona this year, 5 from the Division I level, 2 Division II transfers, 2 junior college transfers, and then a handful of freshmen and walk-ons. I thought it was funny, Bake, looking at their game notes, breaking down all the 16 newcomers, where they come from, what levels have they played, and then there's a heading that says, who's back? Question mark? Nobody. Such is the way things go in college sports these days. Coach DeVries really only inherited 1 player who played all of last year for West Virginia. That's Ofri Neve, the sophomore from Israel, who announced a few weeks ago that he's going to redshirt this season.
Boy, and Iona out of that man-to-man pressure full court because it was giving West Virginia too many good looks.
Here's Javon Small. Across to Hansberry for 3.
And that's what Hansberry can do. He can loosen up the defense as a big guy.
Three different Mountaineers with three-pointers in the opening period. Back to a 12-point lead for WVU.
There's that 5 out that you see. Nobody in the lane.
Reeves with a kick. Hogarth inside. He travels with it. Jacob Hogarth, his first touch for Iona is a turnover.
It's rare to see Iona not going full court. Now they're coming back up again. If they're going to full court press, they better be able to locate shooters at the other end.
Bake Mountaineers shooting way better here in the first half than they did the other night against Pitt. Is this the kind of response you expected from the Mountaineers?
Yeah, I thought they would come out, and they know that that wasn't, their game the other night.
Toby Okani back into the ball game, almost lost it off rim. Here comes Biggie Patterson with a spin move in the lane. Hansberry secures the rebound. Mountaineers moving it quickly. Okani, Hansberry, Powell, Harris, and Small on the court for West Virginia. That one tipped and will stay with the Mountaineers.
Glad that ball was tipped. I'm not so sure that Buck would have been able to get that pass.
Great shift from the true freshman Powell, replaced by Tucker DeVries. 9:31 to go first half. West Virginia ahead 30-18. Good feed from Hansberry to Small. He tried to jam it. Now to the corner for three, and he hits. Well, you'll take the bonus point there, right? Javon Small's first basket.
Why get two when I can get three?
Jai with a hesitation to Reeves. Now around to Hogarth in the corner against Hansberry. And he traveled. Again, that's back-to-back touches for Jacob Hogarth, the freshman from Brooklyn, that have resulted in traveling violations.
West Virginia is double-teaming at times when they don't expect it. The big guys aren't used to handling the ball. They're causing another turnover.
West Virginia in front by 15. Mountaineers have 6 different scorers in the first 11 minutes. Okani, great drive. He'll go to the line.
Boy, West Virginia really attacking the glass. We saw Small try to dunk one. It didn't go, and now you see Okani getting to the hole there on a hard drive. We've seen Buck Harris a couple of times get to the hole.
Toby Okani here at the line for Mountaineers.
So here's Okani for WVU. He's 5 of 10 from the line this season. First one's too strong. 2 changes here for Iona. Jalen Barr into the game, and Bundy re-enters.
Iona there's no strangers to being down, so don't expect this crowd to quit. They're going to keep playing hard. They've been down a lot and come back.
Check that, Bake. It's Mundi who enters the game, not Barr, excuse me. Mountaineers up 34-18, nearly doubling up Iona in the first half. First meeting between these two programs. Good defending by Small. Hesitates, now takes it. 3 Gales in there to try to swat the shot, and they do.
Javon might have been better served to pull that one back out.
Jai to Patterson, a 3. West Virginia has the board. Small with it. Hansberry, he can shoot from deep. Good rebound by DeVries. Basket and the foul, and one for Tucker DeVries, who has 10 points in the first half, chance for 11.
The guy put a body on Tucker, but did not push him away from the basket. And Tucker, with his strength, just able to get it, stick it back, and will go to the line to try to complete the 3-point play.
This is more like it from DeVries, and you knew that it was going to be this way, right? A guy as talented as him, who averaged about 20 points a season ago with Drake, was not going to have back-to-back single-digit performances. West Virginia's leading scorer just shy of 14 points per game at the stripe to try to complete the and one. Tenor back in, Small to the bench. So it's Tenor, Harris, O'Connie, Hansberry, and the foul shooter, DeVries. And a foul on the rebound.
I think they got Hansberry over the back.
That's right, Bacon's his first.
And DeVries was the most upset person because he missed a free throw. And West Virginia with a little full court pressure of their own.
Mountaineers are doubling up Iona now, 36-18 with about 8 minutes left in the first. Reeves still has yet to score. Amobor back to Reeves on the far side. Bundy takes it in, then kicks it out to Amobor. Inside to Mundi. They double him again. Reeves had it deflected. 4 seconds to shoot. Amobor to Patterson. He has to heave it, and he lost it. Great defending by West Virginia to force a shot clock violation. All WVU 36-18 late in the first half. The Mountaineers are cooking in the first half, and it's thanks in large part to hot three-point shooting. Mountaineers 7 for 13 from beyond the arc.
And look how slow Iona is at closing out on those shooters. You can't give good college players that type of space and expect them to miss it.
54% clip for WVU from beyond the arc in the first 12-plus minutes. Meanwhile, for Iona, 3 for 7. By the way, the most West Virginia has made in a game, 14 against Robert Morris this season. Already halfway there. And a much better shooting performance from 3 than against Pitt, as it's an offensive foul. I think it's a
called it on KJ Tenor, I think.
They got Tucker DeVries.
Oh, got Tucker on a block.
His first personal 5th-team foul for WVU. Gales also have 5 team fouls.
West Virginia's kept Reeves quiet thus far. Can't expect a player like that to be quiet all night, though.
Reeves for 3 in the corner. A wedgie.
WVU ball.
Reeves still scoreless in this ball game. He averages 15.5 per game through 4 this season and is Iona's leading scorer. By the way, during that break a moment ago, they took a point off from Iona. They had initially awarded, I believe, Adam Jai a 3 on what should have been a 2. Got that corrected, so it is a 19-point Iona deficit, 36-17.
Now here's where West Virginia really needs the good movement. That's what they didn't have against Pitt.
Message clearly received from Coach DeVries to the players. Small, 8 3-pointers for WVU in the first half. Small has 6 on 2 threes. Amobor has it stripped. Small almost had it taken away. Eduardo Andre tried to force it to Small with Bundy swooping in. West Virginia will keep possession, though.
When the basketball goes to the baseline with Iona, West Virginia is all over them, either double teaming or cutting off the baseline.
Mountaineers with 2 players in double figures. One of them's on the floor right now. Jonathan Powell, game high 11 points.
Yep.
Andre walked.
He did. Coach DeVries shakes his head, yes, you did.
Substitution, Adam Jai checks back in for the Gales.
12-0 run for West Virginia that spanned the last 4 minutes as the Mountaineers lead by 22. They're shooting above 50% from the field in the first half. They shot 30% from the field in the first half against Pitt. Patterson's floater doesn't drop. Small tries to get to it, but Reeves collects it. Good feed to Mundi, who misses from the low block. Got his own rebound. Second chance is swatted by Andre.
Boy, good interior defense by West Virginia.
Small's pass almost taken away. Reeves with a good defensive play, but couldn't keep it in bounds.
Clarence Rupert.
Rupert's back in for the Gales. Mundi checks out. Bundy, Jai, Reeves, Rupert, and Patterson, the 5 on the floor for the Gales. For West Virginia, it's Small, Andre, Harris, Okani, and Powell. Andre, top of the arc, gives it to Okani. Okani had it popped away, stays with West Virginia.
Okani has those real long strides when he takes off to the basket.
Inbound to Andre. Now Powell. Harris on the far side. His pass is deflected and taken away by the Gales. Here's Adam Jai. He had it stripped away for a moment. Got it back on the baseline. Reeves around to Bundy. They've got Rupert against Andre here. Back to Reeves and Jai all the way around to Patterson. Good defending from West Virginia. Powell the first one to it. Small has it now. Almost threw it away. Powell from deep. Okani with the rebound.
Nice offensive rebound. Got a mismatch inside. West Virginia couldn't find it.
Step back from Small. Another offensive rebound for West Virginia. Harris converts. Doesn't get it to drop. And a foul on the rebound.
Yep. Andre went over the back.
That's the 6th team foul on West Virginia. Andre's first. Bake, it's worth noting here that Iona, a terrific rebounding team, is being out-rebounded right now by West Virginia, a team that has struggled on the glass this season. Margin +2 WVU, 15-13 after that last sequence.
Well, I think West Virginia understands that, and they know what Iona has been doing to people on the boards.
This Iona team is 4th in the nation in offensive rebounding, averaging 19 per game, but the Mountaineers have done a good job of limiting second chances in the first half. Jai, fade away, swish.
You want to talk about a mismatch? A 6-foot guard with a 6'11" guy on him, and that was a mismatch simply because of that quickness.
That breaks a lengthy scoring drought for the visiting Gales. It's 39-19 West Virginia, a 20-point cushion. DeVries thought about it. Now Small might trigger. No, he won't. He'll keep it. 9 to shoot. Now 5 to shoot. DeVries working against Hogarth. Just a bit short. Possession Iona.
Not a real good possession for West Virginia that time down. That's one of the few possessions where they didn't really have any type of rhythm.
Changes here during this stoppage for both teams. Patterson to the bench for Iona. Kome Imobor back in. Yesufu enters for WVU, replacing Buck Harris. Can the Gales get something going on the offensive end here in the final 4 minutes of the half?
There comes a double team again.
Bundy is open. Andre might have affected the shot there. Basket's going to count and a foul on Andre.
Yeah, they called a goaltend.
West Virginia all over Iona in the first half, up by 18. West Virginia in front by 18 in the final 4 minutes of the first half. Referees went to the monitor to check this play to confirm goaltending on Andre. Another look at it from underneath. He shakes the backboard, which caused the ball to come out, may have forced the ball to come out, and then fouled Bundy on the contact. So it stands as 2 points for Iona, plus a foul.
Yeah, his hand was in the net, too, so.
So Bundy, the transfer from Hutchinson Community College, converts the 3-point play out of the timeout, and Andre has 2 personals for WVU and is on the bench.
And back to that full court heat again.
Mountaineers haven't really been fazed by it, though, Bake. They've only committed 5 turnovers in the first half, relatively clean. Meanwhile, the Gales have committed 11 turnovers. Tucker DeVries with it to Hansberry, open 3. Mountaineers were hot from 3 to begin the ball game. They've cooled off a little bit. They're 0 for their last 5 from the field. It's Iona ball down 17. I should mention West Virginia has committed 5 turnovers, but 4 of them have come in the last 4+ minutes. Things have definitely cooled off a little bit for WVU after that torrent start. Bundy to Jai. Now JoJo Wallace, he traveled.
You can see them trying to spread West Virginia out and trying to hit the seams and drive to the hole. West Virginia's done a pretty good job of closing that off.
DeVries, Small, and Powell on the floor for West Virginia, along with Yesufu and Hansberry. Here's Powell, open 3. He made his first 3. He's missed his last 3, has Jonathan Powell. Gales cycling through their offense. Jai against Yesufu.
Good help by Small.
Wallace, too strong. Rebound West Virginia. Small to Yesufu. Lid's gone back on that rim, hasn't it?
Yes, West Virginia ice cold from 3.
Transition run out here for the Gales. They've missed twice. Small does a great job to poke it free. Here's DeVries.
West Virginia needs to settle down, get a really good look here.
Bake Mountaineers are 0 for their last 7 now from beyond the arc.
Plenty of time on the shot clock.
2 minutes till halftime. Small with a great feed from DeVries. Count it.
Exactly what the doctor ordered. You're struggling from the perimeter. Get somebody going back door. Small and DeVries playing together. Both read that 3-point play opportunity.
That's just a great link up there by a couple of very, very savvy and experienced ball players.
Exactly.
Changes for WVU. Harris is back in. And so is Okani as Small gets ready to shoot the free throw. Played at Oklahoma State last year. Prior to that, 2 seasons at ECU. He's now 9 for 10 on the season from the foul line. Amobor. Now Patterson and Jai again. Shifty freshman from the Bronx. Kicks it to Hogarth. Spinning, but not scoring. Hansberry lost the rebound. Last touch by the Gales. West Virginia ball.
Yeah, Hogarth was a very, very nice move. He just didn't finish.
Mountaineers in front, 42-22. A really hot start for West Virginia has shaped this ball game. Mountaineers were shooting over 50% from the field in the first 10 minutes. They have cooled off since. 43% as a team now. Hansberry travels.
Yep, he did. I think Hansberry wanted to try to pass the ball over to Otani, but he got caught there and then walked.
Iona hasn't scored in the last 2.5 minutes. Moving screen, won't score on this possession. It's an immediate foul and turnover committed by Hogarth, his second.
Whistled on Iona's number 1, Jacob Hogarth. Picks up his second.
Boy, that's something that really hurts. Yeah, you get a turnover at that end and then have an illegal screen set. Get the ball right back.
Good feed to Harris on the inbound. He gets tied up. He traveled.
Wasn't a good decision by Buck.
This game has gotten sloppy, Bake.
It has gotten sloppy.
7 turnovers now for West Virginia. Mountaineers, though, have forced 13. That's the most in a first half this season, forced by WVU. We knew defense was going to be a factor in this game. Thought it might be Iona's press, but really West Virginia's defending has been outstanding.
Boy, doing a great job on Reeves.
Final minute of the first half. Jai stepped out. Another turnover, 14 for the Gales in the opening half.
When your team is looking for your leader to score and he can't get a shot off, it makes it doubly tough. Somebody says, well, I better take over, and that doesn't work.
Reeves is 0 for 5. West Virginia has done a great job on him. 45 seconds left. Mountaineers ahead by 20. Hansberry gives it right back to Small. He lost it as he tried to release a three. Tipped pass, O'Connie collects it. 8 to shoot. Kicks it to Hansberry. Mountaineers just out of sync right now. Small for three. Got it!
Wow.
The membership roll from Javon Small, who has 12.
That's one of the uglier possessions you'll see, resulting in a three.
Yeah, if it goes in, it's all good,
That's
right, Bake?
That's the way we drew it up.
9 threes in the first half for West Virginia, tied for the most in a first half this season. Gales come up empty on their final possession, and the Mountaineers lead 45 to 22 at the break. For WVU, 3 players in double figures. Javon Small leads the way with 12. Jonathan Powell, 11. Tucker DeVries with 10 as West Virginia takes a 23-point lead over Iona into the locker room at the Coliseum. Our halftime report is next on ESPN+. West Virginia all over Iona in the first half. 20 more minutes still to come here at the WVU Coliseum in game number 4 for the Old Gold and Blue and game number 5 for the visiting Gales. Nick Farrell and Warren Baker with you on ESPN+. Baked in the first half, Iona was held to 22 points, fewest points allowed by West Virginia in any half this season.
Well, we see the Gales hit a couple of shots outside, and that time a good break inside, but those were very, very few and far between for the Gales as West Virginia's defense really tightened up.
Meanwhile, West Virginia was electric on the offensive end, 44% from the field, including 41% from beyond the arc with 9 triples.
Yep. West Virginia got some great looks, and as I said earlier, guys like that can shoot like Tucker, you cannot give them that type of range, and they're going to make you pay.
DeVries is one of 3 double-digit scorers for WVU. Another is Jonathan Powell, the true freshman from Dayton, who was incandescent in the opening minutes of this game. 11 points, becoming the first player in double figures. He hit 3 threes in a row and just looked like he wouldn't miss, but he did cool off just a little bit, Bake. He is now 3 for 6 from beyond the arc in the game. West Virginia out shooting Iona. And the rebounding margin is something else that we knew we were going to have to key in on, Bake, because this Iona team is one of the best teams in the nation when it comes to rebounding margin. Plus 12 on the year, but right now the margin is just plus 2 in favor of the Gales.
Yeah, and we've known all year that this is going to be an issue for West Virginia throughout the season, but they're hanging tough with a very, very good rebounding team.
That man on your screen, DeJour Reeves, is the leading scorer for the Gales, averaging 15 points per game. But he has yet to score in this ball game. Another one of the big stories from the first half is that West Virginia has really keyed in on the Gales' best scorers and has limited them through the first 20 minutes.
Yeah, they have, but it always makes me nervous when a guy like that, all it takes is usually 1 or 2 shots to go down. But I think West Virginia will be keying on him again, not letting him get started.
Well, Big, the intel on that, by the way, we were chatting with Coach DeVries this week, is that the walk-on 5th-year transfer from Rockhurst, Jake Auer, has been basically simulating the best players on Iona in the last 3 practices leading up to this game, simulating the play of Day-Day Reeves to try to help get the Mountaineers prepared to face a guy who averages 15.5 per game. Clearly, something is working.
Yes, it is. And the rest of the team knows that they also have to help out. It can't be a one-man show against them.
Second half is underway. Teams have changed sides. West Virginia doubling up Iona, +1, 45-22 as the final period begins. This is James Biggie Patterson with a left-hand drive off the glass and good. He's leading the way for the Gales with 7 points.
Boy, that time Biggie just put his head down and said, I'm going to the hole.
Starting 5 is back out there for West Virginia. O'Connie, Small, Harris, DeVries, and Hansberry. And here is Hansberry. Tries to get to DeVries on the backdoor cut. Gales come away with it. Turnover West Virginia. Jai to Hogarth, who kept it in. It's back to Jai on the feed from Reeves. Jai has it taken away. Here's O'Connie. He gets tripped up at midcourt. It's a foul. first personal on Jai.
Well, that was the first personal on Jai, and not a bad foul. He probably saved his team 2 points just now after that turnover.
Checking in for the Gales, number 25, Kernan Bundy.
Jai immediately comes out. Kernan Bundy re-enters, the junior from Overland Park, Kansas. It's Bundy, Hogarth, Reeves, Patterson, and Mundi on the floor for the Gales. Meanwhile, West Virginia has its first bucket as Small, the leading scorer in this game, now has 14.
Boy, nice little teardrop. Went inside and just arced it over everyone.
Deep one from Patterson, no good. We've got a foul on the rebound. Small put his elbow into the chin of Bundy. Referees huddling up here. Kip Kissinger, Brooke Wells, Brett Smith, the crew tonight.
And they're going to take a look at this, I think.
Maybe not the chin, maybe the chest.
I'm looking in the crowd, and I see longtime official, now director of officials, John Higgins is here. People remember John as he used to go up and down the floor a lot, but this now he is in charge of getting the officials.
So checking to see if this foul warrants anything more than a regular personal foul. Bottom of your screen, Small with a little bit of an elbow on Bundy, the 6'3" junior for the Gales. (47-24) your score, minute 10 into the second half.
Didn't really see anything that I thought was, you know,
Still trying to get this sorted out here. Kip Kissinger and Brooks Wells over there at the monitor, now chatting with Brett Smith.
After review, the play stands, common foul.
And it is a common foul on Small. About right, Bake?
yes.
Small's second personal. Still getting an explanation on the contact. We'll take one more look at it.
Boy, it was a little shove there, but him hitting the floor, I think, constituted the officials going over and taking a second look at it if they think it's just a common foul.
Bundy inbounds it to Reeves. Immobile back into the ball game. Mundi tried to go backdoor to Reeves. Now it's Hogarth. And Bundy again. That pass taken away by Hansberry. Active hands by West Virginia in the key. Hansberry's pass to Small goes into the backcourt. Mundi touched it. It's still live. Oh, Tucker DeVries just stripped it away. Out to Buck Harris. And a deflection. Good block by Bundy, but he did foul Harris.
Boy, Sandlot basketball at its best just now.
I mean, he just took it away like he was taking candy from a baby there, Bake. All right, here's Sincere Harris.
Sincere Harris shooting 2.
The transfer from Illinois at the foul line for WVU. First one is good.
The one thing that Buck really needs to work on is his perimeter game. We know that he can get to the 10, but he doesn't really shoot the ball that well from the perimeter. I see him working on it all the time, and I'm sure it will come around if he keeps working hard.
He told us, Bake, that he picked up that nickname at Illinois because it's a reference to Canton, Ohio, the Buckeye State, where he's from.
Well, then they said his mother called him Buck when he was younger, too.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Well, now we know the full story.
That's the full story.
Bundy. Now it's Reeves. Still looking to get on the score sheet. 18 minutes to go in the game. Reeves, open three. Will this fall? Short. Hansberry has it. Small hesitation. And a drive and a foul.
What a hesitation. That stutter step froze the defense.
Iona foul call.
Mundi's second. Another look at this, Bake. I mean, that explosion of speed right into the key after the hesitation.
Hit that extra gear and blew right by him. He's going to get to finish one of these dunks tonight. That's the second or third time he's been up around the rim and just hasn't been able to get the dunk to go down.
Small's 9 for 10 on the season from the free throw line, 1 for 1 on the night. Has a smooth free throw stroke.
check in for Iona.
The one thing we have not seen Iona do here in the first 2.5 minutes of this ball game, in the first half, they were going to the corner. West Virginia was doubling down and getting a lot of steals. Ball hasn't gone to the corner yet.
Season high 16 points for Javon Small, and there's still a lot of basketball left to play here as the Mountaineers lead the Gales 51-24 in the first meeting between these programs. Iona, the 191st different foe to face WVU in a regulation contest at the Coliseum. Jai's fadeaway too strong, and a foul on the rebound by DeVries.
Yep, Tucker with a little shove inside.
Second personal on him, second team foul for WVU.
Second, team foul number 2.
Jai on the baseline to reset for the Gales. Reeves, Imobor wants to drive. Tough shot over DeVries, doesn't hit it.
Boy, when these guys decide they're going to go the hole, they go hard. Wasn't able to complete it, but did go the bucket hard.
Tucker DeVries with one dribble and a pop. Rebound Reeves.
Well, both teams really aggressive on the defensive end.
DeVries gets in there, can't take it away from Mundi. Now Jungers is fouled and will go to the line.
Yeah, O'Connor got him on the 3.
Foul is called on West Virginia's Toby O'Connor.
You know, when you go out on a 3-point shooter, that's fine. I know you want to distract him, but you've got to go under control. You just can't foul a 3-point shooter.
Gales down by 27. Jungers at the line for 3, and the first one doesn't drop.
Well, defense has been the order of the day here beginning the second half.
First free throw miss of the game by the Gales. They're 3 for 4 as a team. Jungers 0 for 2. 3 changes for the Gales, including James Biggie Patterson, who's back in. Patterson, by the way, is 1 rebound away from 500 in his collegiate career. Jungers makes that one. It is his first made free throw of the season.
And again, Iona, known for their full court pressure, has backed off with that because West Virginia has so much success breaking it.
Hansberry with a good feed to Harris. Can't drop it in the can. Here's JoJo Wallace.
West Virginia switching everything.
Patterson in the corner against Sincere Harris. Turnaround is short, but he'll go to the line next.
West Virginia was getting ready to double team. Hansberry was late getting there.
I think they'll whistle Harris for the foul there, Bake. 51-25 the score with just over 16 left. That puts Patterson at the free throw line now.
The trio of Mountaineers ready to check in. Boy, when buckets are tough to come by, you got to make some hay at the free throw line. And Iona struggling from the line, missed 2 of the 3 of on the 3-point shot, and now Patterson misses the front.
The 5th-year Andre is back in for WVU, accompanied by a pair of freshmen in Powell and Tenor. Patterson's second is good. He's got 8 points to lead the Gales.
And here comes the heat.
16 minutes to go. 25-point West Virginia lead. Mountaineers used a hot first 10 minutes of this ball game to build up a huge lead over the Gales. Andre is fouled and will go to the line when we come back. West Virginia leads Iona 51-26 on ESPN+. Game number 4 for head coach Darren DeVries at West Virginia, and by all indications, a stellar hire by Director of Athletics Ren Baker. Here's a quote from Fran Fraschilla, ESPN college basketball analyst, calling DeVries an excellent coach who has been a part of winning his entire career. It started for him at Creighton, where he spent 17 seasons learning under Greg McDermott and Dana Altman, then took over as the head coach at Drake. He took over a program, Bake, that had 4 different head coaches in a span of 16 months and had gone 6 straight seasons without a winning record. And then DeVries turned the program into one that had 6 consecutive 20-win campaigns at Drake. Boy, 20 consecutive 20-win campaigns really would be something.
That tells you something about coaching and what kind of a coach he is.
Iona trails 52-26 to West Virginia. Patterson goes inside, he's fouled. 15th foul for West Virginia, first on Jonathan Powell.
West Virginia's been doing a pretty good job of closing off the seams, not letting Iona penetrate. That time, stuck his arm in, got a part of the arm, and they called it. You know.
And there's another quick foul, this one on KJ Tenor. So back-to-back whistles on West Virginia freshman.
Your second, team foul number 6.
Well, sometimes, you know, it's sticking the arm out that gets you that trouble. Move the feet.
Patterson, fade away. He loves that fadeaway shot, but it hasn't dropped in a little while.
Still man-to-man, which they will, again, play the entire ball game.
Here's Small in the corner, working against Patterson. Open 3, yes.
Javon Small for 3.
Javon Small used that screen to perfection just now.
Small with 19 points now. He's hit 4 3-pointers. Jungers with the answer on the other end.
Well, Junger can shoot it. Again, I don't expect Iona, and they're going to quit. They're going to keep playing hard. West Virginia is just executing at a high level.
And Powell received the pass and turned it over, traveling.
One thing that you've noticed about Jonathan Powell early in the year, he can really shoot the ball from the perimeter. One of the things he's going to have to work on is putting it on the deck and then pulling up and hitting a jump shot. Seen him walk 3 or 4 times this year trying to do that, and he'll get better.
And another whistle, this time as Reeves was about to receive the pass. They'll get Small with his 3rd personal.
Well, I'll tell you what, it was a pretty physical game in the first half, and now fouls are being called on things that, for the most part, were let go in the first half.
Checking in for the Mountaineers, Joseph Yesufu.
So Small exits and Yesufu enters. And Reeves has an opportunity to score his first point, and he doesn't. He misses the front end of a 1-and-1.
Wow. Talking about taking a guy out of his game tonight.
Tenor, strong drive, pulls it back out here, and a foul.
Well, the officials are tightening up things on both ends.
That's Wallace's first. Andre against Mundi. He wins the duel there. DeVries comes and gets it. Feed into Andre. Can't finish it. Kind of got trapped underneath the basket.
Yeah, good setup by DeVries.
Wallace with the kick to Reeves. Oh, rejection. Andre makes up for it on the other end.
Not on my watch. Reeves, you can come if you want, but I'm here. Coming right at you.
That's a big-time stuff.
He blocked it with his forearm. It wasn't even his hand.
The 6'11", fifth-year from London, England.
No need to save that.
Right, it was an inbound pass.
Yeah,
He could have collected it on the other end of the timeline. Here's JoJo Wallace. Jai driving against Tenor. Puts it up. Won't fall. Mundi rebound. Tipped by DeVries and rebounded by Andre.
Boy, West Virginia not giving a thing up inside.
Pace of this game has slowed down a little. Iona just 1 for its last 9 from the field as West Virginia continues to play suffocating defense. That's Tenor's first bucket.
Well, Tenor just, silky smooth. Looks like nothing bothers him at all while he's on that court.
8 different scorers now for WVU. Feed into Mundi. He misses. Touched by Andre. Nope, check that. It'll be West Virginia ball as we make a couple of changes for both sides. O'Connor and Harris re-enter for WVU. Bundy and Hogarth back in for the visiting Gales.
Monday really didn't even focus on that shot just now. When you start rejecting a few, guys start looking around. He's got to concentrate on that shot. If it gets blocked, it gets blocked. Everybody that goes inside has a shot blocked from time to time.
Tenor running the point for the Mountaineers. O'Connor, Andre, Yesufu, and Powell also on the floor for WVU. O'Connor near side against Jungers. Banging inside. 8 to shoot. Powell has it. Now Tenor. Steps in. That's a long 2 from Tenor, and it hits.
A.J. Tenor.
Tell you what, that's a freshman going up with the shot clock running down. My goodness.
Back-to-back buckets for the freshman from Memphis, Tennessee. Another freshman, Wallace, tries to go over Tenor but can't hit. Mountaineers by 30 with 12 to go. Andre puts it on the floor, turns it over. Reeves to Wallace. Yesufu rejects it. Still loose, and a foul.
Yeah.
Collision underneath the bucket. It'll be Iona ball when we come back. West Virginia continuing to dominate this non-conference matchup. 59-29 the score with 11:43 to go. Nick Farrell and Warren Baker with you on ESPN+. Here was the foul on Eduardo Andre a moment ago. Just a mess of bodies under the baseline. Hope our buddy Alex on the baseline camera is okay. He looks to be fine. Wore it like a champ, really.
Yeah, sure he did.
Upcoming schedule for WVU. Man, it gets tough here very, very soon. The battle for Atlantis is coming up the week of Thanksgiving. Matchup with number 3 Gonzaga in the opener. I mean, that is about as tough as you can ask for in non-conference play.
I've heard a number of people say this might be the best team the few has ever had.
Wow.
And that's saying some things.
It absolutely is big. It's a 1-and-1 for Bundy at the free throw line. It's going to be a gigantic test for Darren DeVries and the Mountaineers. Coming up very soon. Okay, Bundy, 2 for 2 in the game, make it 3 for 3 from the stripe. 59-31 Mountaineers with about 11:30 to go in the game. Iona has continued to struggle on the offensive end. Gales are shooting just 24% in the ball game. They've not converted a field goal in 3 minutes. Meanwhile, Small misses the 3 long. Harris will reset it here for WVU. DeVries around to O'Connor. Open look here for Hansberry. Yes!
Tucker DeVries had a shot, gave it up to Hansberry, and Hansberry knocked it down. That's what you call unselfish basketball.
3rd assist on the night for DeVries, who also has 10 points. Bundy picked up his dribble, kicks it to Amobor. And Reeves. Now Patterson against DeVries, uses the screen for some help and hits. Big E Patterson, the first Gale in double figures with 10, 62-33 Mountaineers. DeVries at the timeline, bit of a difficult spot there. Hansberry has it in the corner. Now Small again. Hansberry, back to Small. Oh, draws the foul. Great work by Small. So shifty using that ball fake to get a defender up.
That's that type of experience that Small brings to this team.
Jacob Hogarth picks up his fourth.
Iona has switched some things up now. They're beginning to come up and trying to double team and trap the ball as West Virginia comes up court. West Virginia just takes care of it. They can get some easy baskets here.
This has been a big game for Javon Small, now with 20 points. That's a season high for him. Career high 34 last season when he was at Oklahoma State against BYU. That's his first free throw miss of the game. 63-33, WVU in front. And it's been that way just about since the moment this game began. Patterson, 18-footer, swishes it.
Patterson feeling pretty good here. Buck has to be ready for a double team that may come. There it comes. Nice job by Buck to get rid of that ball before the double team got there.
Hansberry's fouled on the entry pass. That's Adam Jai's second, and it puts Iona in the bonus. 7 team fouls for the Gales, 8 team fouls for West Virginia. Both teams shooting free throws the rest of the way. A lot of fouling in this second half.
It has been.
15 fouls in 10 minutes and 13 seconds.
And again, I'll repeat that. I think there were some fouls called early in the second half that in the first half were the same ones that weren't called.
Hansberry missed the front end. And now we got a whistle for a tie-up. It's West Virginia ball.
Give Harris a lot of credit. He was the one that saved that ball in just now. And then there was a ball rolling on the floor. Hansberry got in the middle of it.
Kip Kissinger, the referee, having a conversation with the scorers table.
May want to find out if the shot clock needed to reset. Yep, they went from 30 to 27.
Good spot, Bake. Inbound pass to Hansberry is taken away by Mundi, and here he goes. Small tries to get back. Layup, no good. Mundi missed it from 2 feet away. Small to DeVries. Short.
Boy, Tucker'd like to have that look back. He was able to step right into that.
Rejection again by the Mountaineers. They've been terrific in the paint in the second half.
I think you can give 2 guys that block.
DeVries. Hansberry cleans it up. Fourth Mountaineer with 10 points or more. Amani Hansberry, the sophomore from Maryland. .30-point lead once again for West Virginia. Mundi can't score again in the paint. Quick tempo from WVU. Okani is fouled. So, Bake, you said maybe 2 guys would get credit for it. Let's take another look.
Let's see here.
Small and Okani.
And Okani.
You score that like a half sack in football when 2 guys get a sack. It's a half sack. Is it just a half block?
I think he's got to flip a coin after the game. It was my block. No, it was mine. Flip a coin.
Okani at the free throw line. Luke Jungers with his first personal sent him there. It's a 1-and-1 for WVU. And Okani makes it.
Boy, Darren DeVries has to be very pleased with the response his team has given him after that disappointing effort that they had at Pittsburgh.
Second one's too strong. West Virginia coming off an 86-62 loss at Pitt Friday. Mountaineers, just a poor shooting performance overall. 39% from the field, but just 21% from three-point range. Tonight, completely different story. 46% from the field and 41% from beyond the arc. 11 for 27.
Yeah, we asked him today, was there anything good you could take from that game? And it took him a long time to come up with something.
Coach DeVries was asked this week, similar question, Bake, as Jungers misses from deep. He was asked a similar question about his first experience in the backyard brawl. Did you appreciate the atmosphere? And he said, well, really, I was focused on how badly we were losing, and that's what my real takeaway is. Patterson just picked up his 500th career rebound. He has 4 today. Junior played at St. Thomas Aquinas. Previously, he was recruited there, by the way, by Tobin Anderson before Anderson went to FDU. This is Immobile at the free throw line. First is good. The West Virginia foul was on Harris, his second. Immobile, the transfer from UCF, goes 1 for 2. Quick pass from DeVries to Small to get into the front court for the Mountaineers. Small, hassled by Wallace, who's all over him. The feed to Okani is behind his shoulder. Okani wanted the alley-oop. Mountaineers now with 13 turnovers.
You know, when you have a game where both teams are going up and down like this, you're going to turn it over some, and it may be more than you want it to end, but that's the way the game's been played tonight.
Big, feels like there really just hasn't been too much rhythm to this second half. Another rejection, this time Eduardo Andre.
Andre's been a big presence inside for West Virginia this evening.
Nobody to inbound it here. Jungers swarms to the ball, gets it in. JoJo Wallace inside. The tip is no good, and it's a basket violation. West Virginia 66, Iona 36. The Mountaineers are dominating the first meeting. Call it a block party for WVU. Mountaineers with 10 block shots in this game against Iona.
Anything inside is going to be challenged. West Virginia above the rim every time somebody drives.
6 different players with blocks, including a game-high 3 blocks each by Eduardo Andre and Tucker DeVries. The 6'7" DeVries, yes, with a trio of blocks. And really, this has been part of Coach DeVries' defense. The Mountaineers have been active in deflecting shots this season. They had 5 blocks against Pitt, 10 tonight. By the way, the last time that this happened, that West Virginia had 10 or more blocked shots on the defensive end, was back in 2021 in the backyard brawl. 11 blocks against Pitt. Defense definitely been the story for WVU tonight, holding Iona to 36 points so far and forcing 19 Iona turnovers. Okani with the jam.
Nice feed by Javon Small.
Small's 5th assist to go along with 20 points in the ballgame. Here's Jungers, who's had the hot hand as of late, around to Reeves, and now JoJo Wallace. And Patterson, who picked up his 500th career rebound a moment ago, falling away from it, missed everything. Harris tosses it out to Okani, a little bit too strong for him. Another look at the tremendous feed from Small to hit Okani.
Javon waited just the right time to draw the defensive player over and then dump it off.
Small with 5 assists tonight, 16 assists now on the season for the transfer from South Bend, Indiana. Jungers kicks it out to Wallace. Wallace with a baseline drive and a floater. Won't fall. Mountaineers continuing to do work on the glass. Harris to Okani in the key. Won't go. He's fouled on the rebound. It's Reeves' third. Check that. Okani was going up with it, so he'll go to the free throw line for 2.
And Iona looks like a spent team now. Really not getting back on defense. West Virginia, every time they get a breakout, they've got numbers going down.
First one short from Okani.
Okani had a few issues at the foul line last Friday night in Pittsburgh.
Reeves to the bench along with Hogarth for Iona. Both of those players have yet to record a point in this game. Okani's second free throw is good. He's 50% on the season and 50% on the night. 69-36 your score at the WVU Coliseum. West Virginia and Iona, first meeting between these programs.
And West Virginia still with a smothering defense.
Jai got Harris backpedaling, misses it short. Small checking all around him. Off the screen, Hansberry has it. Now DeVries stepping into a triple. Yes.
DeVries had his hands cocked from the time that Hansberry got the ball.
First basket for the senior transfer from Drake in the second half. He's got 13 points. One of 4 Mountaineers with 10 or more. Wallace working with it. Imobor. Jungers and Jai again. 9 to shoot. Imobor a 3. Rebound West Virginia.
And Devon Small taking a little bit of the wind out of the ball now.
Mountaineers up by 36. Small stepping back beyond the arc and hitting. Javon Small keeps adding to his season high with 23.
Yeah, and Tobin Anderson just called a timeout.
Mountaineers continuing to steamroll the Gales. 75-36, your breeze right there. Whatever you put in front of me for Thanksgiving. What about you?
Available. Whatever's available.
Nick Farrell and Warren Baker here with you on ESPN Plus. Mountaineers absolutely cruising against Iona, 75-36 in a matchup of 2 head coaches from the state of Iowa. DeVries in his first season with WVU and Tobin Anderson in his second season at Iona. The trends in the first half have become a little bit more extreme in the second half. Iona shooting below 20% from the field in the second half. West Virginia shooting above 50% from the field in the second half. KJ Tenner with 6 points in the second half.
That was a freshman.
Ha.
Oh, my goodness.
2 players, Jonathan Powell and KJ Tenner, on the floor right now. 2 true freshmen who have made an immediate impact for West Virginia. Coach DeVries saying that both of them are just really confident players. And that's what's allowed them to have the success that they're enjoying in the early goings of this season. Mentally, Coach DeVries thinks they're not really freshmen.
No, they certainly don't play like it.
High ceilings for both of those guys, Powell and Tenner. Jai thought he walked with it. Here's JoJo Wallace in the paint, up and in. First basket for JoJo Wallace. You might remember his father, John, was an All-American for Syracuse back in the 90s. He scored 33 points in this arena.
And this building. Tony Caridi gave us the stats today, and Tony certainly would have known.
Wealth of knowledge, Mr. Caridi. Andre with the jam. 79-38 Mountaineers, under 4 to go.
As many shots as he blocked, he certainly deserved that flush.
3 blocks to go along with 3 points. Here's Wallace, who scored a possession ago. The freshman from Connecticut traveled.
Yep.
Well, Eduardo Andre's been doing the work on the defensive end for WVU. The 6'11" fifth-year with a big-time flush at the Coliseum as the Mountaineers continue to roll against the Gales. Difficult night for Coach Anderson and the Iona Gales in their first meeting with WVU. It has been a historic defensive performance tonight from the Mountaineers against the Gales. How historic? Well, Iona is shooting just 24% in the game. The last time the Gales shot 25% or under in a game was November 19th, 2004. Mountaineers have been excellent on the defensive end, forcing a total of 20 turnovers and turning those into 20 West Virginia points. Jake Auer, the walk-on with the touch, hands it back to Andre. The kick to Auer for three. This place goes nuts.
Jake Auer.
That's the one thing that man can do, really shoot the basketball.
Here's Jai for the Gales, driving against Tenor. Jungers hits it, the answer.
And Jungers hit a couple of big threes here in the second half.
Here's Andre to Yesufu. Approaching the final 2 minutes. Andre can't get it to fall.
Not quite high enough.
Foul is whistled on Luke Younger. Picks up his second, team foul number 10.
So Andre will go to the free throw line with the clock stopped, 2:10 to go. West Virginia up 82-41. Andre hits, 4 points for him. Played at Fresno State for 2 seasons. Before that, a couple of years at Nebraska. He was born in Angola, moved to London when he was 4. And we've got a lane violation. They'll wave it off.
So basket, lane violation called against the Mountain.
Big time response from Coach DeVries' team after falling to Pitt 86-62 in the backyard brawl Friday. Huge performance from Javon Small, who, by the way, quick check on this stat during the last timeout. First Mountaineer with this stat line since 2019. He's got 23 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and 4 steals. He was exceptional tonight. Imobor got the rebound, and Andre swatted it away again.
Another one.
What's that, 4 blocks for him now?
Oh, my. After a while, I quit going in there. Let me go out and shoot a 3, see if he blocks that.
The Mountaineers have been the SWAT team tonight with 11 total blocks. Jai gets it back. 5 to shoot. Driving and kicking. One more pass to Jungers. Too strong. Offensive rebound for the Gales for the moment. Harris Elezovic, recent entrant into the game with a foul.
West Virginia foul called on number 22.
But you know what? Elezovic coming in, this game's certainly been decided alone. He's diving. Just, you know, that's what he needs to do if he wants to see some time. Play just as hard as the rest of those guys did. I'm not surprised that West Virginia is going to win this ball game, but I didn't see this coming. I did not see this coming.
Jai makes the first of 2 free throws. Bake, why was that? Because you expected Iona's defense to maybe give the Mountaineers some fits?
Yeah, I really did. You know, West Virginia was concerned because they really hadn't gone up against a press like that. And I just thought after that win that Iona had over Vermont, they would come in. But I'll tell you what, West Virginia just took the wind out of their sails.
Thought the Gales would be feeling confident after earning their first win in which they eliminated a 15-point deficit. But that press was short-lived. Mountaineers got them out of it because they just kept making threes. WVU with the turnover. Auer almost took it right back. Here's Jai.
1 minute.
Auer with the strip. Andre on it. Loose ball still. Mountaineers have it. Auer already has a 3. How about another? Yes, sir!
Tucker DeVries talked him into coming here as a walk-on because I know this young man can shoot it. Well, he's displayed that.
Transfer from Division II, Rockhurst, an Iowa native just like DeVries, said he wanted to experience what it was like to play at the highest level, even if it meant walking on. Lezovic can't grab the rebound, but Tenner has it for WVU. Shot clock is dark, and that should be the ball game. West Virginia, end to end. A tremendous performance on both ends of the floor for WVU. 15 threes for WVU, the most since November of 2018. A much better offensive performance for head coach Tucker DeVries. That's what he wanted to see from the Mountaineers. It's what he got. West Virginia wins 86-43 in the first meeting against Iona. Bake, your thoughts on tonight's game?
Well, West Virginia just took the game from the opening tip and never looked back. Man, I think Iona was shell-shocked, and they never recovered from it. West Virginia able to break their pressure and then get some good open looks, and that was the ball game.
Fun one tonight at the Coliseum as West Virginia improves to 3-1 overall. Roger Lenhart produced this broadcast. Scott Bartlett directed it for Warren Baker and all the members of our crew. I'm Nick Farrell saying so long from the Coliseum. West Virginia wins 86-43. All games airing on the ESPN Network.